Welcome to School Reach. I'm John, your quizmaster for this game between Lisgar and Nepean. I'd like the players to introduce themselves, starting with Lisgar. And from Nepean? Thank you. We'll play 3 rounds of questions with a minute break between each round. Now, if the scorekeeper's ready, let's play round 1 of School Reach. 40-point snap start to round 1. In the Bible, who was Zebulun's father? Jacques.
Isaac.
That's incorrect. Lisgar? Ian.
Jacob.
That's right. What is the fastest land mammal on Earth? Brendan.
Cheetah.
That's correct. Name one South American country that is a member of OPEC. Brendan.
Venezuela.
That's correct. In what country would I experience the strong, dry, cold wind called the Mistral? Jacques.
France.
That's correct. 30-point open question on Switzerland. What is the name of the ethnic language that is unique to Switzerland? Ian.
Romanche.
That's correct. What do I call the 23 units into which Switzerland is politically...
Cantons.
That's correct. Switzerland traditionally supplies a troop of guards for what world religious... Ian. That's correct. 30-point open question. Famous battles. Given the name of a famous battle, identify the war of which it was a part. Agincourt. Jacques.
100-Year War.
That's correct. Midway. Brendan.
Second World War.
That's correct. Bosworth. Jacques.
First World War.
Incorrect. Lisgar. Ian.
War of the Roses.
That's right. 40-point team question. In this 2-part team question, whichever team is first to answer correctly the 5-point scramble question in part 1 is then eligible for the remaining 10-point questions in part 2. Part 1, scramble for 5 points. What device collects and focuses light and other... Jacques.
A lens.
That's incorrect. The rest of the question from Lisgar. Focuses light and other forms of electromagnetic radiation. No answer? The correct answer is a telescope or a microscope.
We'll give Nepean the 5 points.
You will?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a scramble.
Scramble.
Yeah, this is what device? What a dumb question. You know, a lens collects and focuses light.
Okay, I will open up the remaining questions for both.
No. Give it to Nepean.
Okay, I'll give it to
Pick the
Nepean
right.
then. All remaining questions deal with telescopes. What type of telescope uses mirrors?
Reflection telescope.
Yeah, I think we can accept
Yep.
that. The reflecting telescope. What country is home to the largest refracting telescope in the world?
Soviet Union.
No, the USA. The first multiple mirror telescope was installed in 1979. How many mirrors were included in the telescope?
7.
No, 6. 40-point open question. Scientists. Name the scientist associated with each of the following laws. The volume of a fixed mass... Brendan.
4.
Very good. Equal volumes of all gases under the same conditions. Angela. That's right, too. The volume of a fixed mass of a gas at a constant pressure varies directly with its... Jacques.
Charles.
Yes, that's correct. The properties of the elements are a periodic function of the atomic mass. Brendan. That's correct. 20-point open question on quotations. Identify the author or the source of these quotations. 15 men on the dead man's chest. Ian. That's right. A whale ship was my Ian. That's correct. 80-point assigned question on birds. There's an assigned question on birds in which each member of each team is assigned a 10-point question. If you miss your question, then your counterpart in the opposing team will have a chance at it for 5 points. From the brief description, tell me what kind of bird I'm talking about. They are native to North America, starting with Ian. A large thrush having a reddish breast. Correct. Any of many small finches. One kind is the song. Yes. That's incorrect. Ian? The sparrow. Next for geography, a large black bird resembling a crow, but larger. Yes, that's correct. And finally, a small wading bird that has a loud, shrill cry. It is the largest and most common plover of North America. Angela? No, that's incorrect. Jacques? No answer. The killdeer. Now let's go over to Nepean and Brendan. A bird of prey having a strong hooked beak, large curved claws, short rounded wings, and a long tail. A falcon is an example of one. That's incorrect. Ian? No, a hawk is the right answer. Ian, a Canadian baseball team is named after this bird.
The blue jay.
That's correct.
Jeez.
Any of various heavy birds of prey of the same family as the hawk. They circle around dead animals in the desert. Chris?
Vulture.
That's right. Oh, that's incorrect, sorry.
Yeah, we'll accept that, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, okay. Buzzard is what's written here if you want to know. A small yellow songbird that shares its name with a group of islands in the Atlantic Ocean.
Canary.
That's correct. 30-point open question on disasters. On January 28th, 1986, the explosion in
Chernobyl.
That's incorrect. The explosion of this caused the death of 7 people. Lisgar. No answer? Ian. Correct. This fire killed 323 people at the Grand Circus Norte Americano on December 17th, 1961. In which country? Jacques.
Italy.
That's incorrect. Lisgar. Ian. No, Brazil is the right answer. In 1988, an earthquake killed 20... Chris.
Iran.
That's incorrect. Ian.
Soviet Union.
No, that's incorrect. Armenia is the correct Soviet Republic. 40-point snap break to end the round. At what institution was the world's first controlled, self-sustaining nuclear chain reaction achieved? Jacques.
USA.
That's incorrect. In 1942. Lisgar. No answer? The institution was the University of Chicago. In the first football game played in the USA in 1869, what team was Rutgers' opponent? Yes. That's incorrect. Nepean? Brendan? No, Princeton is the right answer. Once a federal minister of regional industrial expansion, who was forced to resign in Brendan? That's right. What was the first Western team to win the Grey Cup in 1935, defeating the Hamilton?
The Edmonton Eskimos.
That's incorrect. Ian?
Saskatchewan.
No, Winnipeg Blue Bombers. And that ends round 1 with a score of 90 for Lisgar and 155 for Nepean.
Okay.
Now into round 2 with 40-point snapstone. With what tabloid did the Canadian newspaper chain Sun Publishing begin its media adventures in 1971? Brendan. That's correct. What was the name of the anarchist terrorist group that bombed a hydroelectric facility in British Columbia in 1982? No answer? Direct Action. What was the name of the anti-Confederation movement that sought to withdraw Nova Scotia from the newly created Dominion of Canada? The answer is League of Maritime Provinces. What was the Atlantic island that served as the first stop?
PEI.
That's incorrect. In the steamship route between Halifax and the West Indies in the 19th century. Lisgar. Ian. That's correct. 40-point Who Am I question. This question is worth 40 points if you guess the answer on the first clue, and 10 points less with each succeeding clue, until either team answers the question correctly. Clue A for 40 points. I am an element in the same period as lead. My salts turn flames blue. What element am I? Chris.
Cobalt.
That's incorrect. Lisgar? Ian.
Magnesium.
No, that's incorrect. Clue B for 30 points. I was discovered in 1860. I am extremely reactive. I have a relative atomic mass of 132, 91. At a warm room temperature, I am a liquid. Yancy. That's correct for 30 points. 30-point open question on the Olympics. How long did the ancient Olympic Games last? Brendan.
2 months.
That's incorrect. Lisgar? Ian.
A day.
5 days is the right answer. How often did the games take place?
Every 4 years.
That's correct. The ancient games paid special tribute to which Greek god? Ian.
Juno.
That's incorrect. Nepean? You said, please. Ian.
Apollo.
Incorrect. Zeus is the right answer. 30-point open question. Female explorers. They're kind of long, so bear with me. 2 sisters made an excursion into an Egyptian monastery early this century and discovered one of the earliest manuscripts of the Christian Gospels. Sisters with different surnames. One was Agnes Smith Lewis. Who's the other? No answer. Margaret Smith Gibson. What woman was the first president of the Society of Women Geographers and was the only female reporter allowed to visit the trenches in World War I? Ian.
Gertrude Stein.
That's incorrect. Nepean? Ian.
Nellie Bly.
No. Harriet Chalmers Adams. Who was the female explorer who traveled to Patagonia and South Africa during the Victorian era and expressed her feminist views in the blank verse tragedy Isola, or The Disinherited, a revolt for women and all the disinherited? And the answer is Lady Florence Dixie. 40-point open question, Pygmalion. What is Eliza Doolittle's profession? Ian.
She sells flowers.
Yes, that's correct. Where do she and Henry Higgins meet? Angela. I don't think I can accept that. Nepean? No answer? At Covent Garden. Covent Garden. Who develops a mad crush on Eliza? Angela.
Yeah.
Yes. Freddie Ainsworth Hill. Who is Eliza's father? Ian.
Mr. Doolittle.
I knew that was coming. No, I can't accept that. Lisgar? No answer. Alfred P. Doolittle. 40-point open question on biology. What molecules are the basic building blocks of... John.
Amino acids.
That's correct. What gland does the hormone ACTH come from? Brendan.
Adrenal gland.
That's incorrect. Lisgar. Ian.
Pituitary gland.
That's correct. What part of the brain is known as the pleasure center? Jacques.
Cerebral cortex.
No, that's incorrect. Lisgar? No answer. The hypothalamus. In plant cells, what bodies contain chlorophyll? Brendan. That's correct. 40-point open question on history. What standardized version of Norwegian is the official language of Norway? Jacques.
Finnish.
That's incorrect. Lisgar? No answer. Landsmal. What country invaded and won Ethiopia in 1930? Brendan. That's correct. Who are the Aboriginal people of Japan? Jacques.
Mongols.
No, that's incorrect. Lisgar? No answer. The Ainu. Ainu. That's how it's pronounced. To whom traditionally is the title Prince of Wales given? Ian.
Future king. Second.
Yeah.
Yes, the male heir to the throne is what it said here. 30-point open question, word puzzles. What letter must be added to the word, meaning exposure to the chance of injury or loss, to create a second word meaning to dance, leap, or... Jacques. Yes, that's correct. Risk and frisk. What letter must be added to the beginning of a word meaning a worthless or unimportant person, to create a second word meaning dogged courage? Ian. No, that's incorrect. Nepean? Reset, please. Jack?
Hay.
No. S for pump and spump. What letter must be added to the beginning of a word meaning to flow or exude slowly as through holes, to create a second word meaning liquor? Angela. Correct. For ooze and booze. 40-point snap break to end round 2. Who is the leader of South Africa's recently legalized? Brendan. That's incorrect. Legalized Communist Party. Lisgar. Yes. No. Joe Slovo. Who is responsible for the comic creation of The Far Side? Ian. Correct. What J.P. Salinger novel has Holden? Ian.
Catcher in the Rye.
Correct. What is the province that celebrates July 12th? Ian.
Alberta.
Incorrect. Commemorating the 1690 Battle of the Boyne. Brendan. Yes, that's correct. That's the end of round 2 with the score 180 for Lisgar and 245 for Nepean. On to round 3 and a 40-point snap start. Who is the singer whose message of meat stinks? Ian. Incorrect. Brendan. That's correct. What European nation was the former colonial master of Angola and Mozambique? Brendan. That's correct. In what city was U.S. President John F. Kennedy assassinated? Ian.
Houston.
That's incorrect. Assassinated.
Dallas.
Yes, that's correct. What was outlaw Billy the Kid's real name? Yancey. That's correct. 40-point team question. In this two-part team question, whichever team is first to answer correctly the 5-point scramble question in part 1 is then eligible for the remaining 10-point questions in part 2. Part 1, scramble for 10 points. What do we call the signs of past geological ages based on the fossil remains or Angela? That's correct. The remaining questions deal with paleontology and are only for Lisgar. First question, what are the 2 natural subdivisions of paleontology? No, the correct answer is paleobotany and paleozoology. What is paleobotany, the study of? I think we can accept that. And correct answer. And what is paleozoology, the study of? Yes. 40-point open question, Canadian. The following questions deal with Western Canada. What is the smallest of the Western provinces in terms of square miles? Ian.
Saskatchewan.
That's incorrect. Nepean?
Alberta.
No, Manitoba is right. Who was the last Western Canadian born Prime Minister? Ian.
Joe Clark.
That's correct. Which Western province joined Confederation in 1871? Brendan.
Manitoba.
That's incorrect. Lisgar? Ian.
British Columbia.
That's right. Who is the present Western Canadian born Governor General? Brendan. Correct. 30-point open question on math.
Pencils
Pens
ready?
and pencils ready? First question. What is the area of a right-angled triangle with a base of 5 centimeters? Jacques.
10.
That's incorrect. And a hypotenuse of 13 centimeters. Lisgar. Ian.
30.
Yeah. Yeah.
Should we give you units
Yeah.
too?
Yeah.
Okay. What is the mean of the following numbers? 6, 9, 11, 15, 5, and 8. John.
7.
That's incorrect. Listen. Angela. That's right. What is the volume of a cube with an edge length of 8? Angela. That's right. 30-point open question on film. Who directed the film version of A Clockwork Orange? Ian.
Stanley Kubrick.
That's correct. Video figures prominently in the work of this Toronto filmmaker. Ian.
David Cronenberg.
Incorrect. Whose films include Family Viewing. Who is he? Angela? Incorrect. Atom Egoy. How many frames per second does standard sound film run? Ian.
28.
That's incorrect. Nepean? Brendan. Incorrect. 24 frames per second is the right answer. Finally, we have a 120-point snap out to end the game. Louis L'Amour wrote what title? Ian.
Westerns.
Correct. The Hegira refers to whose escape from Mecca to Medina? Jacques.
Muhammad.
That's correct. Which blue star was born Riley King? Yancy. Incorrect. Nepean? Ian.
BB King.
Correct. Spell saccharin. Jacques.
Saccharin.
Correct. The Venerable Bede was a Dark Ages monk associated with which country? Angela. Correct. What nationality was the composer Franz Liszt? Ian.
Polish.
Incorrect. Ian?
Hungarian.
Correct. Who is the president of City TV? Ian.
Moses Neighbor.
Correct. Who is the federal communications minister in 1989? Brendan. Incorrect. Lisgar? The answer is Marcel Mauss. What is the metric unit for capacitance? Brendan. Incorrect. Lisgar. Angela. Incorrect. The microfarad or farad. What is the capital of British Columbia? Jacques.
Victoria.
Correct. Who is the male lead in the movie On Golden Pond? Ian.
Pardon?
Correct. Which American general was known as the American Caesar? Brendan. Incorrect. Lisgar? Ian. Correct. And that ends the game with a score of 320 for Lisgar and 245 for Nepean.
Okay, really good game. Could have gone either